Today is Stump Removal Day as we prep to start building here on our new land. Let me come into the shade here. It is a hot day, let me tell you, very, very hot. Right now, the guys are in the shade a little bit. Well, we have one guy in the sun. But it is really, really going to be a hot day, followed by several cool days, which is really ridiculous because I thought we'd get lucky, we'd have an overcast day. Let me show you what's going on here. The guys have been at work already for about an hour. Let me show you what's going on. Let me flip this around. 1 million people in the house. Thank you for joining Dan. Let me flip this around to show you. The guys are already taking a break. It's already hot as hell out here. And so I'm in the back of the property. Let me show you. It's 200 square meters. We got to clear this out of here because we've got rock coming tomorrow. We've got rock that's going to be delivered because I decided we have to level this land. And so we have to dump. Shaney is here. Jerry's here. We've got to get Phil inside. Not Phil, a guy. The Fill material has to go in here. We have to raise the level of this land. Yes, International Stump Removal Day. Exactly, Mike. Shaney. Look at this. So we're in the shade. The guys are already sweating like crazy. We need to refill the water, I think. They got a water jug over there. So this is how we do it in the province. You know, we do it by hand. And you know, the interesting thing is we bought some shovels, but they're basically junk. I know they're only going to last for like, I don't know, 1 day, and then they're going to snap. And I think we paid 400 pesos per shovel. But the problem is they're no good. We can't find the good shovels here. 14 million people in the house. Jerry is here. Glenda's here. Mike married. So they're getting out there and they're going to try and remove as many stumps as they can, which I think is going to be it's hard work, you know, but I don't think it's going to be problematic. It's just you're going to have to do some manual labor in the bright sun this morning. And even though they got started so early this morning, it's already probably close to 90 degrees, something like that. So, I mean, it ain't easy work, but this is how we roll in the province. You can see down here, he's doing this the way that I would do it. So he's digging this out little by little. You know, they will get it done. So this is low-lying land over here, right? This is like the marsh area. And so we got to build it up. Oh, you can, Mike? Yeah. I don't think we need to go that far. How expensive would that be, do you think? Because remember, you're talking a low budget Dan here. I mean, so we're getting this done fairly I mean, it's costing money. I guess by Philippine standards, it would be expensive. By American standards, you couldn't even get a guy out to give you a quote to remove the stumps in the USA, particularly in California, where we're from. It would have cost $100 just to get somebody out here to take a look. I'll get you guys some more water. Yeah, go ahead, help yourself. I'll make sure that stays filled. Yeah, I got to go tell them. They need water. So that's what's going on here today. We got to clear this land because we've already ordered 10 trucks of fill material to get started. That's just to get started. We ordered 10 trucks of fill material, which is starting to roll in here starting tomorrow morning and going until they deliver 10 trucks. And then we see where we're at, you know, after that. Oh, go ahead and just pour it. You know, just go ahead and pour it from the top. There's still some water in there, but it's not working. Thing is clogged up somewhere. I hate that when it clogs up. Just take the cap off and yeah, just unscrew the cap. I'll get somebody out here. Megan Gomez from New Zealand is here. Hi, Megan. Thanks so much for coming. Yeah, the first American Pope. Oh my gosh, I thought for sure they were going to elect a Filipino Pope this time. You know, unfortunately, they don't release the voting. We can't see if any fraud took place. There's a little political joke in there someplace. Yeah, we can't see exactly what happened behind closed doors. It's not allowed. We don't know how many votes the Filipino bishop got or cardinal got. We know him, by the way. I don't know if you guys know, but the cardinal, one of the ones in the running, I have met before. That's because I worked with his sister in Sacramento. Believe it or not. He is a true man of the people, this Pope, and so is the one that the Filipino Pope. So it's an amazing story. I'm gonna have to do a video on it someday, but it won't be today, unfortunately. But yes, we do have a new Pope, and he's from Chicago. So you know, I'm not gonna, you know, I'm a good Catholic, so I'll refrain from saying that. That fraud was involved. Fraud was involved in the selection process. No, I'm sorry. Sometimes I just can't help myself. I'm sorry. You know, he is a Chicago Pope, right? So anyway. No. Dear God, please forgive my sins. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. I just committed another one. I do apologize. I do apologize. Most of you know that I'm Catholic. All right. Well, that I was that I was born and raised Catholic. So they're going at it. They're going at it here. Let me show you something else. So yesterday they buried the water line. You know why, Mike? They had to bury the water line so that, yeah, here's the water line. So when the trucks come in here, they don't destroy it. So we've got so many stumps that have to be removed. We got this one. We got to give these trucks a path in. That's the most important part. Whether they get all the stumps out or not, you know, isn't as important as creating a way for the dump trucks to get in here to dump the load of fill material. So of course those banana trees have to come out. We've already harvested the fruit from those. It did not go to waste. Yeah, he's a conservative Pope, which makes me think we're going back to the olden days. You know, in other words, he's sort of like a version of the political climate, a reflection of the political climate that's going on in the United States right now, I think. You know, I misspeak all the time. If you have a different idea or different opinion, please leave it in the comment section below. But don't curse me and don't be mean, okay? So I've been getting a lot of mean responses for stuff that I've been doing. Some of you don't know that I joke a lot, you know, but I do it with a straight face. So that means that I have at times I could have a very dry sense of humor. The cactus video is a good example of that. You know, YouTube didn't want to share that one out. I don't really know why. All it is about it, it's just a talking cactus. But you could see, you know, you guys love ice cream. I'm trending on my ice cream video that I just uploaded. I think it already has something like 500 views. Get some water. I gotta go get some water. I gotta go yell in the house and tell them. I didn't get a chance to finish my green tea yet either. I hope nobody yells at me. Everybody's been kind of excited, you know, over what kind of tools we need to buy. The shovels were a mistake because they're junk. You know, we went all over the place looking for industrial strength shovels. These came from the construction supply store. I thought we were good to go, but they're junk. They're going to crack right here. They're going to crack right there. Right there is where they're going to break. There's no metal to them whatsoever. We'll have to wait and see, Mike. We'll have to wait and see. He is from Chicago, you know. Actually, Chicago, that would make him a little bit liberal, wouldn't it? Minnie, they need more. Oh, you're already arranging? Yeah, the little spigot is clogged up down there in the bottom. It's all clogged up. It won't pour water. And they're already out of water. So we need to get them, we need to get them a big bucket of water out there because they're sweating like crazy. It's hot out there. Yeah, I don't want anybody to die today. 34 Ati Raul Nambino is in the house. Hello, hello. All right, so I wanted to show you something else, right? So this is, we're gonna try and manipulate something here because I'm a manipulator. And so I was just thinking, I was talking to one of the engineers who's drawn up a plan for me based on information that I gave him. And I was saying, you know what? I wonder if we could get away with a remodel permit on this land as opposed to new construction. And so I have him and others checking in on that with the city. It's quite possible we could just connect to that roof line up there and this could be considered a remodel job. I'll let you guys know in the future. This is going to be really a short live stream. I wanted to show you something else. I hope the neighbors don't kick me out, you know, for intruding on them. But if their gate's open, I'm gonna go through it. I wanted to show you their new construction project. And this is where we met the engineer. One of them anyway that's handling this. We now have two on the job, but here's trying to give me ideas. But basically, oh, it's locked. Is it locked? Is it locked? I hope they don't mind me coming in there. Hello, neighbor. Hello, neighbor. Is it okay? I want to show my lovely subscribers the excellent work that's going on back here. And so you have an extension of the house going on here that I'm absolutely in love with. And so we're going to use this process. No hollow block in this construction. No hollow block. Let me show you what's going on here. So this is all steel frame. This is taking the Philippines by storm. I think Mike mentioned something about it. And then Mayor Reyes is here. You see how they're doing this? See, they've got the door here. So they've planned this really well. And, oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, that's right. There's the roof. There's the roof there on their main house. And then you have these supports coming this way. I'm sure they're gonna paint those. But so you can see how this is coming along in just a couple of days. So this is kind of the idea, but we may use steel girders for support. We may do it that way. That has been talked about. We have had that conversation with the engineer. But I said there was a lot of building going on here, and people are getting really, really not only creative, but all this alternative material approach to building is now coming to the Philippines, as Mike knows. Glenda is here. So they painted this the other day. I was watching them paint this. And so I'm not sure if that's waterproof paint, if that's waterproofing so it doesn't deteriorate. But I didn't think this stuff deteriorated, you know, I didn't know. But okay, so basically the plan is to enclose it by using the metal 2x4s. That's what their plan is. And see how it has this beautiful roof line. It's very, very simple. You know, it's very simple. Look at that. They already have the skirting. They're already preparing for the skirting and the gutter and everything like that. So they're moving They're doing it the way that I would do it if I were building it myself, little by little, hand doing it by hand, you know, all by myself. This is the way that I would be doing it. They're welding the cross beam supports up there. They're doing a beautiful job. It's steel. It's steel. It's not tin. Oh my God, tin will just. I never use tin. No, aluminum. Aluminum. They're using the waterproof stuff, so that's why I have a question about why they painted it. I mean, there's no harm in painting it, but it isn't necessary, right? Because it's waterproof already. So, but I just want to find out when I see the engineer on this project, I'm going to ask him if that was just a little extra something to make sure that it doesn't deteriorate or not. But look at it. Look at it. Someone's going to have a fine in-law apartment here. Beautiful. They're moving so fast too. I think they only work they work, you know, they're working on several projects, and so they come and this might even be fill-in work. I'm not sure. You know, they just come in here and start working when they work. You know, they just come when they need to come and start working. And it's going really well. It's going really fast. I mean, buildings that are built this way, they go up really fast. I mean, probably the timeline on, I was thinking the timeline on our building is probably maximum 4 months. If it goes any longer than that, somebody's going to have to pay me penalties. Here's our house here. You're looking at the outdoor kitchen and CR. That's the CR right there. There's the kitchen way over there. I don't know if you could see it or not. Now, let's see, I wanted to show you this. I probably have showed it to you before. But right there is the sump pump evacuation pipe that goes into a cistern that we built. So this area right down here has all been removed. You know, the dirt has been removed, and it has gravel in there so that the water can return back down to the aquifer and then make its way actually underneath our house and downstream into the ocean, quite frankly. I can't lie, I have to be honest with you. It returns back to the aquifer and then heads out underneath the house to the ocean. Over here's the marsh. See, you'll get a sense of what we're up against. This is like a levee road. So this used to be farm rice growing marsh. So it's way low, you know, in terms of below the highest point of this barangay, which is over here someplace. So we're about 25 feet above sea level right here. This is a little bit lower down here. When I did the application on GPS, it showed that this was 25 feet above sea level, and this over here was about 20 feet below sea level and declining if you head further out that direction. Why no end piece on the downspout? End piece. End piece? The downspout? Should I have been doing something here, Mike? I haven't any problem with it. Should I have been doing something? I'm not sure. I'm open to any observations or suggestions. So there's the house, and it's covered as best we could in green tarp to keep the sun out of the eastern exposure that we have. Let me show you where the guys are at right now. This is how we do it in the province. Everybody knows that we do it by hand. And so oh, they took care of the water situation while I was showing you the neighbor's new project. So here's what the water. So now they're talking. Now they got the big bucket filled with water because they'll go through it. I mean, it's hot out here. I'm amazed they even want to work out here today. All right, you guys, thanks a lot for coming. Thanks a lot for coming, you guys. Oh, both you for watching the short video and these guys for doing the hard labor. Looks like they're making time, doing a really good job trying to get those things out of the way. Because tomorrow we got rock coming. We got rock coming. All right, everybody. That's a wrap. I still haven't taken a shower. I'm feeling and smelling a little bit ripe. This is the reason why we're using fill. I don't want this to happen. So down here, trust me when I tell you that we probably bought 30 or 40 truckloads of fill for this property, and it still isn't right. It isn't. And so what we have to do is we gotta still continue to fill behind even this. Here's the sump pump. It's screened so a little kitty can't fall in. Here's a sump pump. Everything's working fine. And they use this side of the house for laundry. I won't show you the laundry because there's panties on the line. So the water goes in those collection, those concrete collection. What do they call those, urns or whatever? And all the pipes feed into here. And then the sump pump fires up and it heads that away and down out through the fence. Yeah, and some of it comes back. You'll see a little water down there. They clean it out once a month to make sure that it remains functional, is not clogged up or anything like that. There's a CR that we built. There's a CR. Let me show you this kitchen real quick. We took all of our leftover supplies and we built, I still have a cold. We built this kitchen. Yeah, they're my panties. Yeah, so I couldn't show them on YouTube. I don't want to get banned, or I don't want people to leave me because they're so disgusted, Mike. Anyway, yeah. I think they did a really good job on this outdoor kitchen. I really think they did. There's the barbecue. Maybe they're planning on making the guys lunch. All right, that's about all I got. I got to get inside. It's too hot out here. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you later on, right? We'll see you later on. We got the giveaway, the weekly giveaway tonight. Don't miss it. It's at 6 p.m. Friday, Filipino date and time. See everybody later. Bye.